Hello, everyone! Welcome back to Dr. Manha English Channel, the best place on YouTube to learn simple English, clear English, and practical English for daily life.
If this is your first time visiting our channel, we are very happy to have you here. On this channel, we help English learners from all around the world improve their English speaking, listening, and confidence.
Many people want to learn English, but they feel confused. Some people study grammar for many years, but they still feel shy when they speak. Some people know many English words, but when they try to talk, the words do not come out easily.
If you feel like this, do not worry.
You are not alone.
Learning English takes time, patience, and practice. The most important thing is to listen to English regularly and practice speaking slowly and clearly.
That is why we created Dr. Manha English Channel.
On this channel, we make slow English podcasts, easy conversations, and daily life dialogues so you can learn English naturally.
Today's podcast is very interesting and very useful for beginners.
Today, we will talk about daily routine in the past.
Many English learners know how to talk about their daily routine now. For example, I wake up at 7 a.m. I drink tea. I go to work.
But sometimes, learners do not know how to talk about their routine in the past.
For example, what did you do last year? What was your routine when you were a student? What did you usually do every day?
Today, our two friends, me and you, will talk about their daily routine in the past. Through their conversation, you will learn how to use past tense in simple English.
So relax, listen carefully, and enjoy the conversation.
And if you enjoy this podcast, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Dr. Manha English Channel for more English learning podcasts. Now, let's begin today's episode.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our podcast.
Hello, friends. We are very happy that you are listening to us today.
Umar, today we have an interesting topic.
Yes, today we will talk about our daily routine in the past.
That's right. Sometimes it is fun to remember our past life.
Yes, especially when we think about our school days.
Exactly. Life was very different at that time.
Manha, can I ask you a question?
Of course, Umar.
What was your daily routine when you were a student?
Oh, that is a nice question. My routine was very simple.
Tell us about it.
When I was a student, I woke up early in the morning.
What time did you wake up?
I usually woke up at 6 a.m.
That is very early.
Yes, my mother always told me to wake up early.
What did you do after waking up?
First, I washed my face and brushed my teeth.
Then what did you do?
Then I helped my mother in the kitchen.
Oh, really? What did you do in the kitchen?
Sometimes I made tea, sometimes I helped prepare breakfast.
That is very nice. After breakfast, what did you do?
After breakfast, I prepared for school.
Did you walk to school or take a bus?
I usually went to school by bus.
How long did it take?
It took about 20 minutes.
Did you enjoy school?
Yes, I really enjoyed school.
What was your favorite subject?
My favorite subject was English.
That makes sense.
Yes, I loved learning new English words. Now, Umar, it is your turn.
Okay.
What was your daily routine in the past?
When I was a student, my routine was also simple.
What time did you wake up?
I woke up at 7 a.m.
That is a little later than me.
Yes, I liked sleeping a little longer.
What did you do after waking up?
First, I brushed my teeth and took a shower.
Then what did you do?
Then I had breakfast with my family.
What did you usually eat?
Sometimes I ate eggs and bread, sometimes I ate paratha.
That sounds delicious.
After breakfast, I went to school.
Did you like school?
Yes, I liked meeting my friends.
What did you do during lunch break?
We talked, laughed, and sometimes played games.
That sounds fun.
Yes, school life was very enjoyable.
What did you do after school?
After school, I came home and rested for a while.
Did you do your homework?
Yes, I did my homework in the afternoon.
Were you a good student?
I tried my best.
That is good.
After homework, I played outside with my friends.
What games did you play?
We played cricket, football, and sometimes hide and seek.
Those were beautiful days.
What did you do in the evening?
In the evening, I studied for 1 or 2 hours.
You were very hardworking.
I tried to be.
Did you watch TV?
Yes, sometimes I watched TV with my family.
What programs did you watch?
Cartoons and educational shows.
That sounds relaxing.
What did you do at night?
At night, I had dinner with my family.
Family dinners are always special.
Yes, we talked about our day.
Then what happened?
After dinner, I sometimes read a book.
That is a great habit.
Then, I went to bed around 10 p.m.
That was a good routine.
Don't worry too much about the future.
Exactly. We just enjoyed our day.
Manha, what did you usually do during weekends when you were young?
On weekends, I woke up a little late.
That sounds nice.
Yes, because there was no school.
What did you do after waking up?
I had breakfast with my family.
Did you go outside?
Yes, sometimes we visited our relatives.
Family visits are always fun.
Yes, we talked, laughed, and ate delicious food.
Did you play with your friends in childhood?
Of course, I loved playing with my friends.
What games did you play?
We played hide and seek.
That was my favorite game too.
We also played skipping rope.
That sounds fun.
Yes, we spent many hours playing outside.
Children today spend more time on phones.
Yes, life has changed a lot.
Manha, do you remember your teachers?
Yes, I remember many of them.
Did you have a favorite teacher?
Yes, my English teacher was my favorite.
Why did you like that teacher?
She was very kind and patient.
That is important for a teacher.
Yes, she explained lessons very clearly.
Good teachers can change a student's life.
That is very true.
Do you remember morning assembly at school?
Yes, I remember it very well.
What did you do during assembly?
We stood in lines with other students.
Did you sing songs?
Yes, we sang the national anthem.
Did someone give a speech?
Yes, sometimes a student gave a short speech.
That helps students become confident.
Yes, it helped many students improve speaking skills.
What did you usually do in the classroom?
We listened to our teacher.
Did you take notes?
Yes, we wrote notes in our notebooks.
Did teachers give homework?
Yes, almost every day.
Did you like homework?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
That is honest.
But homework helped us learn better.
Lunch break was always exciting.
Yes, students waited for lunch break.
What did you do during lunch break?
I ate lunch with my friends.
Did you share food?
Yes, we shared our lunch boxes.
That is very common in schools.
Yes, and it made friendships stronger.
Manha, you said your favorite subject was English.
Yes, I loved learning English.
Did you read English stories?
Yes, our teachers sometimes told stories.
Stories make learning interesting.
Yes, they help students remember words easily.
What was your second favorite subject?
I also liked science.
Science is very interesting. Did you have any difficult subject?
Yes, mathematics was sometimes difficult.
Many students feel the same.
But with practice, it became easier.
Practice always helps.
Umair, what did you usually do after school when you were young?
After school, I often played cricket.
Cricket is very popular.
Yes, many children played cricket in the street.
Did you also watch cricket on television?
Yes, I watched matches with my family.
That must have been exciting.
Yes, especially when our team won.
Did you help your parents at home?
Yes, sometimes I helped my father.
What did you do?
I helped him clean the house.
That is very nice.
Sometimes I also went to the market.
Helping parents teaches responsibility.
Yes, it is a good habit.
Umair, Life was very different in the past.
Yes, technology was not common.
We did not have smartphones.
Yes, and internet was slow.
People spent more time talking face to face.
That made relationships stronger.
Yes, people visited each other more often. About our school routine. Now I want to talk more about our morning routine in the past.
That sounds interesting. Morning routines are important.
Yes, they help us start the day in a good way.
When I was younger, my morning routine was very simple.
Tell us about it.
Every morning, I woke up around 7 o'clock.
Did you wake up by yourself or did someone wake you up?
My mother usually woke me up.
That is very common.
Yes, she called my name and said, "Umer, wake up, it is time for school."
That sounds very familiar.
After waking up, I washed my face.
Did you brush your teeth immediately?
Yes, I brushed my teeth and then I took a shower.
Then you had breakfast, right?
Yes, I had breakfast with my family.
What did you usually eat for breakfast?
Sometimes I ate eggs and bread.
That is a healthy breakfast.
Sometimes I ate paratha with tea.
That sounds delicious.
What about you, Manha? What did you eat in the morning?
My breakfast was simple.
What did you eat?
Sometimes I ate toast with butter.
Did you drink tea?
Yes, I often drink tea.
Tea is very popular in many homes.
Yes, it is part of the morning routine.
After breakfast, I prepared my school bag.
Did you check your books?
Yes, I checked my books and notebooks.
Did you sometimes forget your homework?
Yes, sometimes I forgot.
That happened to many students.
Yes, and teachers were not happy when students forgot homework.
That is true.
Then I wore my school uniform.
Did you like your school uniform?
Not always,
Why not?
because sometimes it felt uncomfortable.
But uniforms help schools look organized.
Yes, that is true.
How did you go to school?
Sometimes I walked with my friends.
That must have been fun.
Yes, we talked and laughed on the way.
Walking with friends makes the journey enjoyable.
Yes, it did not feel boring.
Did you ever go to school by bus?
Yes, sometimes I took the school bus.
School buses are very convenient.
Yes, they are safe and comfortable.
Umer, what did you do first when you entered the classroom?
I greeted my teacher.
That is polite.
Then I sat at my desk.
Did you sit in the same seat every day?
Yes, most of the time.
Who sat next to you?
My best friend sat next to me.
Did you talk during class?
Sometimes we talked quietly.
Did the teacher notice?
Yes, sometimes the teacher noticed and told us to be quiet.
Teachers always know when students are talking.
Yes, they do.
What did you enjoy most in school?
I enjoyed learning new things.
Learning new knowledge is exciting.
Yes, especially when the teacher explained lessons clearly.
Good explanations make learning easier.
Yes, and interesting lessons make students curious.
After school, what did you do in the afternoon?
After school, I came home and rested.
Did you feel tired?
Yes, sometimes I felt very tired.
School days can be long.
Yes, they can.
Did you eat lunch after school?
Yes, I had lunch with my family.
What did you usually eat?
Sometimes rice, sometimes vegetables.
That sounds healthy.
After lunch, I usually did my homework.
Did you study alone?
Sometimes I studied alone.
Did you ever study with friends?
Yes, sometimes we studied together.
Studying together can be helpful.
Yes, we helped each other understand difficult lessons.
After homework, what did you do?
I usually played outside.
What games did you play?
We played cricket and football.
Those games are very popular.
Yes, many children love them.
Playing outside keeps children active.
Yes, it is good for health.
What did you do in the evening?
In the evening, I sometimes watched television.
What programs did you watch?
I watched cartoons and sports.
Cartoons are very entertaining.
Yes, they made me laugh.
Did you also read books?
Yes, sometimes I read storybooks.
Reading is a wonderful habit.
At night, I had dinner with my family.
Family dinners are special.
Yes, we talked about our day.
That helps families stay connected.
After dinner, I prepared for the next day.
Did you pack your school bag?
Yes, I packed my bag and checked my homework.
That was a good habit.
Then, I went to bed around 10 o'clock.
Umar, when I think about my childhood, I remember many simple mornings.
Yes, childhood mornings were peaceful.
Life was slower at that time.
That is true. People did not rush too much.
When I was a child, my mother woke me up every morning.
Did she wake you up early?
Yes, she woke me up around 6 o'clock.
Were you happy to wake up early?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
That is normal for children.
Yes, sometimes I wanted to sleep more.
But school was lating.
Exactly.
After waking up, what did you do first?
First, I brushed my teeth.
That is a good habit.
Then I washed my face.
Did you take a shower every morning?
Yes, most of the time I took a quick shower.
After that, did you wear your school uniform?
Yes, I wore my uniform and combed my hair.
Did your mother help you?
Yes, sometimes she helped me. Mothers always take care of their children. Yes, they do a lot for us.
Did your family eat breakfast together?
Yes, we usually ate breakfast together.
What did your father do in the morning?
My father read the newspaper.
Many fathers did that in the morning.
Yes, he liked reading the news.
What did your family talk about during breakfast?
Sometimes we talked about school.
Did your parents ask about your studies?
Yes, they asked about homework and teachers.
That shows they cared about your education.
Yes, they always encouraged me to study.
Did you walk to school every day?
Yes, sometimes I walked with my friends.
Walking with friends is always fun.
Yes, we talked and laughed on the way.
Did you ever run because you were late?
Yes, sometimes we ran very fast.
That must have been funny.
Yes, we laughed when we reached school.
What did you do when the class started?
We listened to the teacher carefully.
Did you enjoy listening to lessons?
Yes, especially when the teacher told stories.
Stories make learning easier.
Yes, they help students understand better.
Did you ever answer questions in class?
Yes, sometimes I raised my hand.
Were you nervous?
Yes, sometimes I felt nervous.
But answering questions builds confidence.
Yes, it helped me become more confident.
Break time was my favorite time.
Mine too.
What did you do during break time?
I talked with my friends.
Did you eat snacks?
Yes, I ate snacks from my lunchbox.
Did you share snacks?
Yes, we shared food with each other.
Sharing food made friendships stronger.
Yes, it made school life more enjoyable.
What happened after school ended?
After school, I walked back home.
Did you feel tired?
Yes, sometimes I felt very tired.
School days can be long.
Yes, but they were also fun.
Did you eat lunch when you reached home?
Yes, I ate lunch with my family.
What kind of food did you eat?
Sometimes rice, sometimes vegetables.
That sounds healthy. Did you take a rest after lunch?
Yes, I rested for a short time.
Did you take a nap?
Sometimes I took a small nap.
Naps help people feel fresh.
Yes, they give energy.
What did you do after resting?
Then I started doing my homework.
Did you do homework every day?
Yes, almost every day.
Did your parents help you?
Yes, sometimes my father helped me.
That is wonderful.
Yes, he explained difficult lessons.
What did you do in the evening?
In the evening, I played outside.
What games did you play?
We played skipping and hide and seek.
Those are fun games.
Yes, we enjoyed playing together.
Did you also ride a bicycle?
Yes, sometimes I rode my bicycle.
That sounds like a happy childhood.
Yes, it was a beautiful time.
Did you study again in the evening?
Yes, I studied for 1 hour.
That shows you are a hardworking student.
I tried to study regularly.
Regular study helps students succeed.
Yes, it builds discipline.
What did you do at night?
At night, my family had dinner together.
Dinner time is very special.
Yes, we talked about our day.
Did you watch television at night?
Yes, sometimes we watched TV together.
What programs did you watch?
Mostly cartoons and family shows.
That sounds relaxing.
Yes, it was a happy time.
What did you do before sleeping?
I brushed my teeth again.
That is a good habit.
Then I prepared my school bag.
That helped you stay organized.
Yes, it saved time in the morning.
What time did you sleep?
I usually slept around 10 o'clock.
That was a healthy routine.
Dear listeners, talking about your past routine is a great way to practice English.
You can talk about your childhood, school life, and family routines.
Use simple sentences like, I woke up early, I went to school, I played with friends.
Slowly, you can add more details.
Practice every day and your English will improve.
Dear listeners, thank you so much for listening to Dr. Manha English Channel.
We hope today's conversation helps you practice speaking English about daily routines in the past.
And remember, learning English is a journey. Every day you learn something new.
Do not be afraid to speak. Even small sentences help you grow.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Dr. Manha English Channel.
Your support helps us create more helpful English learning podcasts.
We will meet you again in the next episode with another interesting English conversation.
Until then, keep learning, keep practicing, and stay confident.
Goodbye, everyone.